Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Marc.
And this is the DarcBall cast. This week we're proudly sponsored by Armour-Plated Jesus
on a Sparrow. I'm upset.
Yeah? Why?
Yeah. Because I always knew that the theme song to Friends was a real song.
Right.
By a band called the Rembrandts. But I've never looked at the rest. I've never listened to the rest of it before.
Yeah.
And I'm just...
What's your beef? Why are you sad?
It's just...
Is there too many minor chords?
No. It's just not the same anymore. Like, the second verse... Like the first verse, classic, innit? No one told you life was gonna be this way.
My question is, right?
Your job's a joke. You broke. Your love's life's doa.
Yeah, but Marc, right? Did they write it after they were given the commission, or did someone go, "Oh, it's a bloody great song for this sitcom"?
Should we take it? I don't know.
So go on. But what's wrong with the second verse?
It's just not. Like, because the first verse is so famous now, the second verse is never going to lift up. So this is the second verse. You're still in bed at 10. Your work began at 8.
Does
you
it do that
burned
as
your
well?
breakfast so far. Things are going great.
You can see why they picked the first verse.
Your mother warned you there'd be days like these.
Oh, no.
But she didn't tell you when the world has brought you down to your knees.
Knees, that's the one.
I'll be there for you.
We don't need the chorus, man.
When red stars fall.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's weird, isn't it? Got a question.
Why didn't they play that bit at the end of the show? Do you know, as the credits were coming? Oh, no, because they always had a skit at the end, didn't they?
There was always an extra scene, wasn't there?
You know, Friends was pretty good.
Yeah.
More interesting without that. Have we spoke about this before?
I can't remember. I don't know. I don't know what you're about to say.
No, I'll not say it. Carry on.
So I've been to Cornwall again. Second podcast.
Did you turn over the stones that were unturned from the first time? Or did you just do more Cornwall?
Just beach, innit? Store beach.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Everyone goes on about it like it's fucking sick, right?
No, it is. It's a great place.
And you would not get me to...
away.
Yeah, you wouldn't get me there because it's so far away. The only way you get me there is if they moved Cornwall 6 hours closer.
I had a thought I got a question popped into my head while I was there. It's bothered me ever since.
Right.
You know, like artists, like sculptors who make statues and stuff, like Michelangelo when he made David.
Yeah.
How much time do you think they spend on the cock? Do you think it's a conscious decision of how big to make it? Same with the tits as well, if they're doing a woman.
Well, you know...
If they make how big to make it.
You know, back in the day, you know how a lot of statues have, like, small knobs?
Yeah.
It's because they found it embarrassing to have a big knob. So I'd have fit right in back then.
I thought it was just because marble was expensive.
No, but the thing is, they'd have had to have more marble there to start with, Marc. They're not adding marble, they're chipping it away.
Oh, yeah,
or do you think maybe they always fucked up the penis? So they always had to chip a bit more off.
How do you think, like, back in times when being gay was a sin, and all this kind of stuff, and it was, illegal? How do you think, like, a straight sculptor sat there when he'd done everything on this statue and it was millimetre perfect? He thought, oh no, I've got to do the cock and balls. He's just sat there for months with a schlong right where this microphone is now.
Do you think he just had like a series of mirrors to look at his own? And he was like, and
no, it's asked his mum for the baby photos.
They did their own, but like obviously it'd be like, oh, no one will recognise this as my penis because it's a mirror image.
And also, I'll write someone else's name on it.
David.
It's
David's penis.
But I had a lovely holiday. Yeah. Just like, yeah.
What did you get up to? Beach? Cornwall?
Yeah. That's
all the classics.
They're the only three things in Cornwall. We went to a zoo in New Quay.
Yeah.
With some animals in it and stuff. Yeah. It's all right. Just animals. Animals and that. However, when we walked in, they give you like a little map to tell you where all the exhibits are. etc.
Yeah.
And I took the map and went, thank you. And because we went in 2 groups, I said, right, I'll put my map in my pocket, we'll just use your map. Daniel came up, Flaniel came up to me and went, Dad, have you got the animal menu?
That kid's a genius.
The animal menu.
It's clever, though, because, he took a really good guess. Do you know what I mean? He was like, I've seen something similar to this before. I'd have never put 2 and 2 together and renamed the map.
The animal menu.
The animal menu.
I saw.
Don't ever tell him what it's actually called. I'm far more impressed by what he named it.
Creativity at its finest, mate.
Yeah.
I saw an interesting shop that sold only flapjacks.
What was it called?
I kid you not. A flapjackery. Which I thought was what it meant when a conservative was having a wank. Just nipping off to the toilet for a flapjackery.
Dirty flapjacker.
We also went past a sign for a tourist attraction that unfortunately we didn't get time to go to.
Right.
It was an antique chair museum.
Fuck off.
Building with old chairs.
Do you think the first one was just a boulder? It just got a boulder and it's we believe this might have been used.
No, it's a circle of turf. And someone went, a million years ago, someone sat cross-legged there.
Probably.
You can still see the bum mark.
Yeah, just the arse crease.
You can still smell where the bum hole touched. But we went swimming at St Ives and went looking for crabs. We found this fucking massive spider crab. And its body was like that alone.
What's the difference between a crab and a spider crab?
Claws.
Claws?
And one's a crab.
A crab and a spider crab? They're both crabs.
Yeah. So, I thought you meant what's the difference between a spider and a spider crab?
No. I mean, I might have said that.
No, because there's loads of different types of crab. Crib. Crab is the funniest word to say in a Russian accent. Crib.
Stop.
Went to beach, see cribs.
I bet any Russian person would be like,
well, we have had about 5 listens in Russia this month already. Yeah.
So you really try to get our audience.
Yeah. Do you like cribs?
Stop.
You want to buy crab?
Do you think people in Russia know crabs exist? Do they have Russian crabs? Like an alternative band
We've got the fucking internet.
And there won't be crabs in Russia land this Christmas time.
Oh, don't. They'll invade us.
But they might. Do they know it's crabs? I could have spent longer on that, to be honest. But moving on.
I'm trying to think of a bit for the bridge. Here's to you. Garlic butter for everyone.
Who don't know of Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus.
Sandy Claus.
So yeah, we found a massive dead spider. We couldn't find any. Well, Sophie found one live crab, and even that was missing a claw.
Right. Are you sure it was dead, or was it just empty?
Its face was gone.
Yeah, it might have left.
It just fucked off to a new crib.
Yeah, because
it's gone to live a new life in Russia where nobody knows its name. You want to go?
The image. I'm imagining this fleshy monstrosity in a suit
Zoidberg
and tie
when he takes his shell off.
I think if you look really close,
and a little pork pie hat and a suitcase.
Mate, I don't think we've been looking closely enough at Putin.
I think we've come up with a really disgusting version of Paddington Bear. He came from Peru. But yeah, I went out for a nice little swim in the ocean in St Ives. I thought, I wonder how far I can wade out. And I got to up to about where my chest was, a lot further than anyone else. Sophie and my dad told me off when I got about, you've gone too far. And when I was out there, I was just staring into the ocean thinking, God, I could keep walking. This is a nice way. This is a nice place to go, isn't it?
It's a funny old time, isn't it?
Well, I think I'm done.
I love how you'd gone out there just intending to wade in the water.
Just have a swim.
And as you were out there, Mark, you decided you'd seen enough beauty in this world. You decided you'd reached the peak and you thought, now would be a good time to end. Yeah.
No, it wasn't anything to do with the beauty. I just had enough. Just thought, yeah, that's about it. Just kill myself in the sea. So Tune in next time to see if I survived. I
2
might
weeks,
go back.
2 weeks is a long time.
It is.
It's about.
I'm a big boy. It takes me a long to drown. I'll tell you what, I did notice while we was down there, actually.
Right.
We mentioned this a little bit last time. Is Cornwall's got some fucking stupid place names. Remember Mousehole?
Mousehole.
You know, and Lizard.
Just Lizard?
Just Lizard.
So, Jesus Christ. It's another reason I'm not going.
So what I did was...
It's too quirky.
What I thought I'd do is, for be a bit of fun, if I get I took a list of some of the stranger place names, and I'm going to read them out.
Do it.
Along with some I've made up.
Okay.
And I want you to keep a tally in your head of all the ones you think I've made up.
Right, okay. I got this.
Cue the music.
Let's go.
Right there.
No. Cue the music.
Ready?
Hold up.
Pause. Cue the music. Anthony Passage. Badgall. Ball. Barappa.
Barappa. Barappa pam pam.
Oh God, there's so many. Bohago. Budge's Shop. Buttsbear Cross. Camelford. South Petherwin. Sweet's House.
That's where Hansel and Gretel was caught, wasn't it?
Sweet's House. United Downs. Tintagel. Let's do one more. Trenoon.
Mate, did you slip to another world?
I think I might have done. How many then? How many do you think?
I think 4 of them were fake.
You think 4 of them were fake? Which ones?
Camelford. I mean, there was others. I can't, mate. I've got terrible memory.
I can't remember exactly
which
ones, but Camelford definitely.
I think I counted about 4 of them were shite.
Camelford definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all real.
Piss off.
No. Every one of those is a place in Cornwall.
I woke up this morning and I was scrolling through Reddit and I came across a nice little story on a subreddit called Tifu.
Tifu?
Do you know what it means? It's
Tonight I feast upside down.
No, it's today I fucked up.
Ah, you fucked up.
So, tell me what you think of this. Today I fucked up by sleepwalk masturbating in front of my entire family.
No, I thought you're fine.
Yeah, we'll read on. This happened only just 1 hour ago. So
Whoa. 1 hour?
1 hour, yeah, that's how he's written it. So I usually wake up a few hours after the rest of my family. They have breakfast at the table without me.
It's not that adopted kid, is it?
Yeah. He's back. He's back and he's better than ever.
Well, there's no need for him to get up early. He's not going to college.
While they were having breakfast, I sleepwalked down the hallway into the kitchen, pants down, fully erect, stroking it in front of everyone. I quickly woke up to the sounds of my parents, siblings, yelling, asking what the fuck I was doing. I just stared at them confused. The looks on their faces, I can't even describe it. Then I looked down and saw that my dick was out. I quickly pulled up my pants, apologised and ran back to my room. My brother texted me asking why the fuck I did that. I told him I was sleepwalking and he explained everything I did. To make it worse, he said that I was also making noises. I could hear my dad laughing. I could hear my dad laughing from the room when he realised I was sleepwalking. I'm mortified and still haven't come out of my room. I hope this will be one of those things nobody ever speaks about, but I don't think that I'm going to be let off that easy. I've only sleepwalked a few times before in my life, and never have I done something like this.
Yeah, well, I can already tell you I don't like this guy.
You don't like him?
Yeah, because he's quite clearly an attention-seeking cunt.
Yeah, it's definitely fake.
I hope it's one of those things no one ever talks about again, except for me when I put it on Reddit.
Yeah, exactly. They do it anonymously, but I don't think he's that bad off. Instead,
to be fair, you can't really control sleepwalking.
No.
I had a mate once whose missus sleepwalks him at rotten, right? And sleepwalking scares the fuck out of me. It gives me the me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, spooky.
One time I was over at his house, we were playing a bit of PlayStation. She was asleep on the sofa, and she got up, and her eyes were rolled back, so it was like proper ghostly zombie thing. And
like
she started shuffling. She started shuffling towards the kitchen,
right?
And he was dead tired and had a long day at work. He's like, "Oh, babe, come on, don't do this." And he got up and I went, "Where are you going?" So I'm off to wake her up. So you're not supposed to wake him up when they're sleepwalking. You're supposed to let him, walk it off.
Walk it off.
And he said, "No, I can't be asked for this." So he followed her into the kitchen and he found her reaching out for the knife block.
Oh, no.
I know. And he went, "What the fuck's going on?" And then he ran up and he span her around by the shoulders and she like sort of slapped him. And then wandered back into the fucking living room, laid back down on the other sofa and woke up, and she went, "Why am I on this sofa?" And he was like, "You've just tried to stab us."
Imagine if she'd have grabbed a knife.
I know, yeah. It was like, fucking hell, you wanted to kill us in your sleep, woman.
I think sleepwalking was like, I had like a bit of a phobia of it as a kid because like...
Or doing it or other people doing it.
Well, me doing it, because you don't know. There's like stories where people have like killed people in their sleep, or so they say. But how could you know if they were telling the truth or not?
Well, the person you killed would know.
No, but so I don't think he's that bad off, to be honest.
I think he's all right.
Do you know when like
shit happens?
Do you know how they say like if you've got like a flaw that's like obvious about yourself, make a joke out of it. So just every morning, just walk into the kitchen wanking.
Yeah, get up before him, wank all over the table. Cover every square inch of that kitchen in cum.
If they ever tease you about it, just lay into it.
Do it on the floor, on the tiled floor, just at the door. So when they come in, they slip and fall into your man gravy.
Do you know what would be funnier? If he started it before he left his bedroom, and then he did it full sprint into the kitchen.
And then screamed while he jumped onto the table.
Having a classic sprint wank.
Sprint wank. Breaking news. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Do we need a jingle?
No.
Oh, okay.
You remember Spencer Eldon, the Nirvana baby?
Oh, yeah.
Lost his lawsuit, hasn't he?
Has he?
He has. Do you know why?
Why?
Statute of limitations.
Oh.
So essentially what that means...
Right.
Is in certain states you've got something called the statute of limitations, which means that you've got a certain amount of years to be prosecuted for a crime.
Yeah. Oh my God, Marc.
Or to take someone to court, something like that.
Gaseous bag.
And after that time period, you cannot do anything about it.
Right.
Well, the statute of limitations where this is going on is 10 years.
Okay.
And Nevermind came out in 1991.
Oh, wow. Praise the Lord.
So it's been kicked out, and I found this little interview with him,
right?
With GQ.
What's GQ? What's that stand for? Good quality.
It's some sort of men's magazine, isn't it?
Oh, GQ.
I don't know what it stands for. Gentleman's Quiz.
Quarters.
I don't know. Quarters.
The Gentleman's Quarterly.
So this was in 2016. GQ interviewed Spencer Eldon.
Right.
So as Nirvana's seminal album marks its quarter century, we talk to the cover star. So, first question. When did you realise being the Nirvana baby was such a big deal? He says, I've been going through it my whole life, but recently I've been thinking, what if I wasn't okay with my freaking penis being showed to everybody?
Yeah, but
I didn't really have a choice.
Right.
Yeah, but what if you didn't tell anyone in the first place? In the past, you said it was cool. When did that change? Just a few months ago, when I was reaching out to Nirvana to see if they wanted to be part of my art show, I was getting referred to their managers and their lawyers.
Oh.
Why am I still on their cover if I'm not that big of a deal? Why do you reach out to them? I was trying to do an art show with the photographer who took the picture.
Right.
I was asking if they wanted to put a piece of art in the fucking thing.
He's a bit angry, isn't he?
this question. At least it was a Nirvana album and not, say, Nickelback. Yeah, but the guy's dead and they're still selling his music. It's like some giant corporation now, but yeah, it's awesome not to be part of something like the Backstreet Boys.
That's the music industry.
Yeah.
They just sell.
Yeah.
That's how it is, man.
Being the Nevermind kid must be a good conversation starter. I don't even bring it up. Friends used to bring it up more than I did because it's not like you want to brag about your embarrassing naked photo. It's never really been a huge bragging right because I don't have much to show for it.
Is anyone actually embarrassed by like baby photos though?
No, not at all. And plus, everything he's saying is bollocks because he agreed to this interview.
Wait,
if you want to get away from it, why are you doing interviews in massive magazines about it?
Yeah. I suppose you wouldn't bring it up as well if everyone was siding with Nirvana.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to bring it up.
So it's not like you're getting royalties or anything. No way, not at all. Has it affected your relationships at all? Totally. Everyone thinks you're making money for it. You'll hook up with a hot chick and then they'll figure out you're not making any money from it and they'll dump you. You have these people who think you're cool because you're a Nirvana baby, but it's fucking weird, man. It's like that dream where you go to school without your clothes on. And this is their last question, GQ.
Right.
Okay, enough about Nirvana. What else are you up to these days? I've been doing a few art shows and paintings. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to do a piece of work better than that in my life, but I'm just trying to get it out of my head, this image of a baby chasing a dollar and not worry about making millions of dollars. It's a complicated thing. Sorry, but they just said enough about Nirvana. Let's ask you about what you're doing. Yeah. And then you've gone straight back to Nirvana.
He could have literally plugged anything, but he goes, I'm doing art, but it's not as good as Nirvana. Why is that the point you want to make?
So I don't know if you listen to this, Spencer Eldon.
He definitely doesn't.
We'd still get a few listens in America. Yeah. He might be one of them.
Mind you, though, he's got his finger on the pulse of the Nirvana situation, so he might even be checking out this small underground media that is the DarcBall.
You never know. But like in that interview, he mentions how you sleep with these hot chicks, and
that's a humble brag.
Well, you know. I stopped thinking it was cool because I wanted them to do something for me, and no one would get back to me.
Yeah.
And if you're still using me on the cover of your album, and how am I not that big of a deal? That's not how it works. You don't just redo an album cover every few fucking years.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, Spencer, kill yourself.
Oh my God, we can't do this.
I fucking hate him. Oh. I hate him with every tooth in my face. Kill yourself. WikiHow.
It's WikiHow
time
today.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So, I have recently bought a house.
You have?
I have purchased a house.
Yeah.
I'm not renting it no more. It's mine. I own it.
He got it from all the sweet DarcBall
Yeah,
cash.
all them DarcBall royalties.
Doing podcasts, you're definitely going to make money if you do one, so everyone should.
Absolutely. Right. But earlier you were saying about how you wanted to, you don't want to rent your own flat forever. You might want to get yourself on the property ladder.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Let's do it.
It was away from the mic.
I'm never getting you a beer again, ever.
It's bad, isn't it?
Like I drink fizzy drinks every podcast. Every podcast, Mark. And you do this and you embarrass yourself. You embarrass the entire brand.
Anyway. So I've got a WikiHow that's going to help you out, Dan.
Let's do it. Oh, fuck. Can we start again, Mark?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
What, the whole podcast?
Yeah. This one's a fucking write-off. No, carry on. I'll cut out the burps.
DarcBall burpcast.
I'll cut out the burps. I'll replace them with something else, or I'll just reverse them. So it sounds like you're just an absolute massive freak.
Right. Do you want to learn how to buy a house or not?
Yeah,
through WikiHow.
Let's do it. It's the only place you can, really.
When will you buy your own house?
Whoa. That's a tough question.
Astrological predictions and planetary influence.
It's happened, hasn't it? It's happened.
From the paranormal beliefs and astrology section.
Fuck me. All right, let's go. It wouldn't be every other Tuesday if it wasn't for this shit. Let's go again.
Buying a house.
Gone are the days of petting your crayfish. That
was the best one.
Fuck me.
We'll never come up with how to pet your crayfish.
Gone are the days of being elusive or pretending to be possessed. When did we take this turn, Mark? Probably about episode 10,
I've had it planned all the time. The whole time.
It's you just anti-gemstone propaganda. That's all this is. Every 2 weeks, a dose of wank.
Well, someone's got to speak out against this bollocks because people believe it.
Let's do it.
Buying a house is a big decision and investment.
Right.
So you might be curious about how to give yourself the best advantage possible. You know, obviously not talking about making sure you're saving up for a good deposit, finding yourself the best mortgage rate and all that kind of stuff, taking into account the area you move into. None of that.
Can I suggest some things that we've learnt in previous episodes?
Yes.
First of all, start putting your water out in the sun. We need that precious, precious sun water. Before you actually move, though, you need to make sure you're getting rid of the extra baggage. And by that I mean, you don't want to be bringing with you a dog that doesn't laugh. If it don't laugh, leave it. Yeah? And also, change your name. You need a good name number.
And you got to think about the number of the house as well. So...
let's do it.
You can actually consult astrology charts to learn when you will buy a house.
You're not consulting a chart, though, are you?
You're making it up.
But it wouldn't surprise me if these people are looking at graphs and having a good conversation.
This guide will walk you through the planetary alignments that will occur at different stages of your life and how they will help you purchase certain properties. Read on to learn about how planets in the 4th house, the house of home,
I only want one.
Will influence your destiny and the roof over your head.
Some spiritual being out there has at least 4 houses. And we're all struggling to buy our first. I bet he's a bloody landlord as well, isn't he?
Renting your star sign out.
Yeah, renting out that 4th house to us mere mortals.
How exactly does astrology impact when I'll be able to buy a house? I'm going to sum this bit up before I even go into it.
It doesn't.
No.
Yeah. We should probably add a disclaimer to our wiki house. Because some people might not understand that we're absolutely against.
This is satirical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of satire.
Anyone who believes anything to do with astrology...
No.
Stop listening, please.
Oh, okay. Right, thank
you. Because you're not the kind of people that we want, breeding, let alone listening to our fucking podcast.
I thought it was going a different way there, Mark.
You thought it was going to time to kill themselves, didn't you?
I'm proud that you've grown.
Nah, they should definitely kill themselves.
No.
The position of the planets in your birth chart can actually tell you when you'll buy a house. Look at the section of your birth chart that represents the 4th house and see which planets are there. You'll find either Mars, Saturn, Venus, Jupiter, Ketu. I've not heard of that.
It's a place in Cornwall.
They're all places in Cornwall. The moon, the sun, or some combination of them. There's one big meta planet.
Oh, incredible.
The planet or planets you find will determine when you'll buy your property.
So what did your mortgage advisor say when you came in with all these astrological charts?
She said, well, you've got a lot of hair for a 6-year-old. You'll need to calculate your birth chart based on the day, time, and location you were born if you haven't already done so. I mean, no one's listening to this without birth chart, are there? Come on.
No.
You can easily plug this information into a birth chart calculator online.
Have you found one?
I haven't, but it's just coming in here. I imagine a quick cursory glance at Google, though.
So a quick look. Carry on. I'll do this in the background.
When will I buy my house? 1. If the moon is in the 4th house, you will buy a large home early in life.
Oh, shit.
The moon's powerful lunar energy will guide you to purchase your property after you've just established yourself and started off in your career. You'll enjoy the spontaneity of putting down a large payment and outbidding other buyers to sign the deed of your very first house.
Wow.
You'll feel most inspired when Venus also enters the 4th house, as its influence will give you the courage to get even more extravagant.
Yeah, look, extravagance has nothing to do with buying a house.
Yeah, you get pretty like soap dishes and that, can't you?
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
Since Venus rules over beauty, you'll seek out and buy an enviable house that's not only gorgeous on the outside, but at least 2 stories high.
At least.
So not a bungalow.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Does it help you buy bungalows, though?
No, this is just for houses. If Venus is in the 4th house, you'll buy a luxurious home when you're young. Oh, shit. Pressed the wrong button there.
Oh, no.
If the moon is no longer in the 4th house, you'll still be able to purchase a house that's just been put on the market and doesn't require any repairs. It will feature a design that's modern and lovingly designed by a professional architect. Even though your chance for a multi-storied home is lower without the influence of the moon.
Without the influence of the moon. So you got to have the moon on your side. That's a strong statement. Oh, God, he's gone. We've lost him. I haven't seen him laugh this hard since archery with your crayfish. No, not archery. Sword fighting with a blade of grass with your crayfish. So tell me, Marc, what's the moon got to do with this?
Even though your chance of a multi-storied home is lower without the influence of the moon.
So without the moon, you are getting a bungalow.
Bungalow, yeah. Or a cave. You get a cave.
Now we know, whenever we see bungalows, we're like, poor souls. They just couldn't get the moon.
Have you ever seen the moon in Lord of the Rings? That's why all the hobbits live underground. They've got -1 story. You can still find a house with lots of space, such as one with an open floor plan. Oh. With Venus on your side. And on a monomath. With Venus on your side, you're also more likely to buy property with a large garden or an indoor courtyard. I don't think indoor courtyards exist. I think they're called hallways.
Indoor courtyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
basically what they mean
when it's raining,
is room.
It's when it's raining outside, but you still want to joust. You just take it to the indoor courtyard.
That's just like while walking around on cribs. There's the pool and the basketball court. There's the courtyard and the inside courtyard.
Yeah, look, also medieval dungeon over there, just for any inquisitions.
If Saturn is in the 4th house, you'll buy an antique home before your middle age. Saturn rules over discipline, tradition, and order, so you'll be drawn to property that comes with a lot of history. That doesn't make sense.
Wait, what?
History is inherently archaic.
Fuck. Drawn to something with... Mate, I cannot make head or tails of that.
No, it's because it's all bollocks, Dan.
Dude...
You'll also be charmed by architectural elements from another era. Because you'll have budgeted for a house over the course of your life, you'll have a lot of money to spare after you make this purchase.
Oh, thank God. I'm so worried about that.
So you don't have to concentrate on saving, mate. Saturn's got it done for you.
Oh my God, I was siding with the moon a minute ago. I was really hoping to have the moon on my side.
Fuck the moon. I want a bungalow and loads of money.
In a courtyard. Fuck's sake.
Saturn will go...
If I'm honest, I don't think I could actually identify a courtyard if I saw one in the wild.
A courtyard? Are they the Norwegian ones?
The courtyard.
No, outside is my courtyard.
I don't think I'd know.
If it's raining, it turns into a courtyard. Joke of the podcast.
Right, let's go.
Saturn will guide you to find a home that's been well cared for over the years, so you won't have to spend funds fixing it. It's also highly likely that your house will be furnished with valuable collectibles and decor from previous owners.
Right.
If Jupiter is in the 4th house, you'll buy a secure home in your early 30s. So it's shaped like a giant padlock.
Wait, you're in your early 30s?
Yeah, and my house has got at least 2 locks.
Fucking Jupiter's like...
Fucking...
Yeah, your astrological deity is on your side.
I'll pour some beer out for Jupiter.
Yeah. Did it say anything about the alleyway that cuts across your garden? By any chance?
My garden is divided into 2 houses.
It's got a courtyard, a grassy courtyard.
It's a meadow. Jupiter draws in highly analytical thinkers, so your house will be designed by experienced architects and engineers. Well, no, hold on. Doesn't that mean that the architect and the engineers also have to be born with Venus and Jupiter in their 4th house?
How extravagant are they?
I don't know. I wonder how many stories they can manage.
Yeah.
They'll focus on adding the best alarm system to your house. I don't want that as the focus.
Right, hold on. Before alarm systems, what would have been in place
Guard dog.
for the astrological? So it was like, oh yeah, the people will focus on bringing guard dogs to your home.
No, they'll just give you another WikiHow saying how to predict burglaries with your birth chart.
Yeah.
So if you were born under a crescent moon, you'll get burgled every 3rd Friday.
That'd be such a sad existence. Over the 3 weeks, over the 4 weeks between robberies, you're building your stash back up.
It's just all gone again.
You'd have to just live with nothing.
Yeah, basically.
Oh.
So basically, like we are now. They'll focus on adding the best alarm system to your house and make sure it passes a structural home inspection. You'll be able to feel confident in your investment and feel safe in your new property.
I should hope that every building should have to pass a structural home inspection.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
I mean, isn't that really part of building it?
You'd think so.
You think it's the final... They're going, yep, this actually looks like it's up to code. Yeah, you can live in this,
all
probably.
the bricks are glued together.
Yeah.
All that shit.
It's got floors and ceilings.
So while Jupiter will allow you to have a sturdy and well-protected home, it also enhances your chances to buy a wood house.
Oh, no.
With a charming, traditional exterior.
All right.
I'm getting really strong Three Little Pigs vibes.
Do you know how it's like... It's a wood house, therefore it is charming and traditional, right?
It's also easily burnt down.
Me and my girlfriend was talking the other day about...
Philly.
About the word bubbly, right? And
Fat girls.
You what?
Fat girls.
Right. Do you know, everyone's like, oh, if it was someone skinny, you'd never say bubbly.
No.
So, bubbly is someone who's quite chatty, but they're also, like, for some reason, it's always fat. Why don't they just say, oh...
You really skipped over the word fat.
Why don't they just say, oh, that person is just fat loud? You're not bubbly, you're just fat loud.
Fat loud?
It annoys me when people do it. It's because, like, bubbly, you're like, why aren't people insulted?
I know. Imagine the burps I'd get if I licked out a fat girl.
Marc, I'd say you're bubbly if I'm honest.
Oh, that hurt inside.
Loud and large.
Your house will be insured against earthquakes, fire and burglaries, so you can travel without worrying about any accidents happen when you're gone. Yeah, but so does that mean that none of the other ones can have insurance?
No, you picked your house.
Imagine answering the phone at an insurance company and going, what planet was in your home house on your birth chart? It's not Jupiter. Sorry, no, we can't sell you insurance.
Yeah, sorry, mate. No chance.
Right. So, oh my God, they do it for so many different planets.
Yeah,
I'm not going to do all the planets.
We've done the main ones. We've got the moon. Is the one for the sun?
There is one for the sun.
I feel like the sun's kind of a cop-out, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, the sun, you will have lots of plants.
So the sun and Ketu are both put together. I don't know what Ketu is. What's Ketu?
Let me Google it.
Google it. If Sun and Ketu are in the 4th house, you'll buy a home you'll need to insure after you're 52.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold the fuck. They're assuming I'll make it to 52.
If you wait until later in life to purchase your property, then the combination of sun and Ketu will increase your chances of securing it. However, since the sun's energy usually draws in challenges and gets caught up in water, your home will be built in a location that is scenic, but sometimes faces intense weather conditions, such as heavy winds.
But imagine
it's really pretty, right, apart from that erupting volcano.
But what I love is they're like, oh, extreme weather conditions and stuff. It's like, no, that's nothing to do with. That's just where you've chose to live. Because it's not like you'll be susceptible to all these horrendous weather conditions, but next door will be completely fine.
Yeah, it's not like you'll pick a house anywhere and suddenly the hurricanes follow you.
I'm just saying, though, my dude. I'm siding with Ketu on this one. Ketu sounds badass.
Why? What's Ketu?
Ketu is generally words. Ketu
is generally words.
Generally referred to as a shadow planet.
Oh.
It is believed to have a tremendous impact on human lives. Oh yeah, like all of them.
There's only 3 planets that have an impact on human life, and only one of them's a planet.
Yeah, this one's a shadow planet, apparently.
So it's not even there.
When it says shadow planet, what I'm looking at here is it's not a planet at all. It's a bird with a god on its back. Tell me that's not sick. That's going on the Facebook.
That's the most heavily picture done in paint.
It's also
in
weird.
Microsoft Paint
it's
I've ever
also
seen.
Weirdly the most heavily armored deity I've ever seen. Why you got so much armor, bro? Who's coming to get you? You're literally a shadow planet.
He's not though. He's a fucking god on a bird.
Shadow planet, mate.
Shadow planet.
But to be fair, if someone said, "What's a shadow planet to you?" How would you define it? Because personally, I'd only define it as deity on a bird.
Deity, yeah, that's the first thing that came to my mind. So yeah, there you go. That's how the planets and the stars are going to help you buy your house. What did you learn there, Dan?
I've learned that I might as well just not bother saving because the stars can provide.
Do it for you. Hopefully, you were born under Saturn.
You know what I mean?
Because then that means that the money's just going to fall out the fucking sky.
So earlier, you came with me just on an impromptu shopping trip. I feel like when they went, oh yeah, that's £25, I should have gone, oh, don't worry, the stars will provide. And then just walked out of Lidl with my head held high.
Just wait until a week next Tuesday when Saturn pops over and the money will fall from it. And you'll know that's mine.
That's exactly it. But every 4 weeks I get robbed. I'm not having it. Thank God Ketu's got my back.
Fucking Ketu.
Armour-plated Jesus.
Armour-plated Jesus on a Sparrow.
Thank you once again for listening. We've learnt a lot this time.
We have.
It was a strong wiki how.
I wish I'd not bought a house already and waited.
You should have enslaved the stars, Marc. Use their power. Keep your money. We're going to sign off, though. I need to go have a sprint wank.
Right, well, always remember...
No one asked for it.
No one needed it.
Well, this was it.
It was the DarcBall cast.
Fuck off!